So when I was in middle school, there was an argument between my friends on whether anime that had subtitles or anime that had been dubbed was better. Now that was many years ago, and to this day I have never seen a single episode of anime. I have seen a few Godzilla movies though, but back then I didn't have a clue on what they were talking about. So eventually the lockdown happened, and I had a lot of spare time on my hands. I considered myself a bit of a loser when I was that age, so I decided it would be the ultimate flex to learn the most complex part of something I knew nothing about. I decided to learn Japanese. So I decided to go with Duolingo to learn Japanese. It was free, easily accessible, all that, and it started out pretty well. The course began with, I think it's pronounced hiragana, and it was pretty easy. It was the first time that I saw the funny characters you see everywhere on Duolingo now, too. I'd done a little Spanish on Duolingo before, and it was extremely bland. Honestly, the addition of these little characters was one of the best improvements in the website, in my opinion. But the fun did not last. As I was learning hiragana, a second alphabet appeared called katakana. I forgot how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I'm going to call it katakana. Learning two different alphabets for two different circumstances was a bit more difficult, but with enough time on my hands, because, lockdown, and enough determination, I was barely able to understand it. Able to clearly understand it. Eventually, I became better at the language. At first, I had my doubts because there was literally no reason for me to be doing this besides flexing on 5 people. But as I learned more, I became more confident in my abilities. Honestly, even though I will never use this in my life, it was still a pretty cool skill. Oh! Is that Chinese? Huh. Okay. So I gave up. And honestly, that was the best decision. I was learning the language of a country that doesn't really seem to like foreigners. And as I stated a couple times before, I was doing this for a flex about a thing I still to this day am confused about. So I decided to stop and use my time for better things. To conclude this video, don't do over-the-top stuff for something small and stupid. I still find it pretty hilarious, but there's no way I'm going to try learning that language again. I learned a bit more about Latin-based languages. I am great at those. If you want, you can go watch my video on what to expect from 100 days of Italian on Duolingo. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.